Ooh, hello, Tube. Today we have Louis L'Amour's Hondo. And according to this, it says 1953. So this was an early one. And I figured I need to at least get one more book read. I got the short story collection. We're working our way story by story through. I figured I needed to get a Louis L'Amour novel done too. And this is the one I chose. I mean, he only has like 100 to choose from, right? And this one was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. We got a scout, Hondo Lane, who made a name for himself. Uh, Gets in kind of a pickle, stumbles upon a farmhouse where a woman and child was, and basically regrouped there. Trying to figure out how much I want to spoil. Beware, I could spoil, throw out some spoilers. I probably will throw out some spoilers. So if you haven't read this and you want to read it, go read the book. It doesn't take very long. It's only like 200 and something pages. According to the Kindle, it's 5 hours and 18 minutes. And then come back. Then come back and check out the video. Essentially, the the lady's husband ran off after some cattle lost up at yonder, and Honda knew she was lying. That she was just saying that she had a husband coming back and stuff. It was pretty obvious by the shape of things that her husband hadn't been around for a while, and found out that is true. But anyway, he broke. She had some horses. He broke a horse and um, ended up going on his merry way back to the fort. And then along the way to the fort, he ran into where a company, a U.S. Army company, got ambushed, uh, totally wiped out. Not a good sign. Gets back to the fort, lets the people know what's going on, and lo and behold, that woman's no good husband is at this fort. He doesn't let them know or anything, but uh, that he knows. But yeah, this no good man left his wife and child out in the Indian territory where the Apaches. This is an Apache novel. Were creating all sorts of havoc, and uh, while he was there, the Indians came to the spoilers came to the house, and the little boy stood up for his mother and himself. Shot a Indian in the head that only knocked him out. Apparently, these people back then had really strong heads because it must be pretty common to get shot in the head and just get knocked out and not actually die or anything. You hear that? Maybe the guns were super weak back then, which gained the leader Vitoro's admiration, and he became blood brothers with this little boy because of his courage, which helped um, protect him. However, the dude that was shot was not too happy, and he was second in charge. So if anything happens to this Vitoro guy, they're screwed. So anyway, uh, back at the fort, Hondo manages to piss off the lady's husband, and he decides that he's going to ride back out to the farmhouse, thinking, maybe since her husband's there, maybe he can talk her into go into safety of the fort. Well, her husband and this other dude follows him, and there ends up being a little bit of a scuffle. You have to read the book to find out what happens. Honda goes back. Obviously, you kind of know what happens. Honda goes back to the farmhouse where he kind of takes over things, and the the Indian, the basically the lady promised Vittorio that she would find a man that could teach her son the Apache ways because blood brothers, and Hondo was the perfect man for that. A while later, the a army troop came through, was following Vittorio's army. Just kind of rested up. His buddy old Buffalo Baker was there, and some other people he didn't like. But anyway, uh, they moved on. They got ambushed. They come running back to the farmhouse because Hondo is the man. They get all bandaged up and they all take off back towards the fort where um, they get ambushed again, fought them off again, and Hondo and the lady and the boy decide it's time to go back to Hondo's place in California where it's safe. So, story, awesome. These books are so much fun. Like I mentioned in one of my videos where they're very they're very formula driven. You know kind of what's going to happen, where it's going, and it's okay because they're just so much fun. So much fun. I can see adding some westerns into my reading life. I can't see doing it heavily. I think it'd be very easy to get burned out on because I've only read I've read two Louis L'Amours, okay? So I might be talking out my rear end here, but I've noticed throughout those short stories and through this, they're very written very formulaic form. There's a formula to them. It's getting late. My mouth is dry. We're about ready to have thunderstorms. Trying to get through this fast, and I'm just tongue tying myself all to heck. So I think it'd be really easy to get burned out on, is what I'm trying to say. That last minute of mumbling and screwing up what I'm trying to say. I can see getting tired of them. However, as kind of a palate cleanser, it might be kind of nice to have a few Louis L'Amours laying around. If nothing else, there's a bunch of them on Kindle Unlimited, and they're not very expensive on the Kindle, which actually might even be the best way of doing it because it takes up no room. You have access to 100 of them probably. I don't know how many of his books are on here, but there's a lot. Bunch of Zane Greys and other people. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I might try to make next week, the whole week, minus my pipe videos. Basically, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday. I have something planned for Sunday. But I might try and make the full week into June on the range. I'm not sure if this is the last week for everyone or if next week's the last week, but since I had a late start and I'm having so much fun, I might go ahead and make next week as well June on the range. I know I have to at least get through 3 more short stories. I'll have to schedule 3 short stories next week. God, I can't talk. Wow. But if I can get another novel read too, probably not Louis L'Amour. I'll probably dip my toe into somebody else. I didn't really come out right. I'll probably dip into somebody else's just to try to get a flavor of somebody else's work. Just kind of go on Kindle Unlimited and see what I can find, and something fairly short because I don't have a ton of time. But yeah, Hondo by Louis L'Amour. If you're a Louis L'Amour fan, you never read Hondo. I imagine you have. I think it's one of his more famous works. If you're not into westerns and maybe you want to dip your toe into them, Hondo, great read. Lots of fun, lots of action. It's not very boring. Even the down when the action is low, Louis L'Amour just talking about the countryside is great. It's absolutely wonderful. And you actually learn some stuff too. And I should add also, there's some little nuggets of wisdom in these books. Like every once in a while, I'll catch a one liner that is really actually very deep. And it's actually really refreshing because you just think that maybe these would be mindless fun, which they are, just kind of mindless fun. But if you're paying attention, you can learn some things, which is always great when you're reading a book. So that's it for this one, peeps. Have you read Hondo? Do you want to read Hondo? Comment down below. Don't forget, I have a Discord channel. If you're a content creator, there's a place over there where you can shamelessly promote your videos, both for the Booktube and YTPC. If you're not a content creator, go over there, check it out, see if anyone's been posting any of their videos. Um, it's all for you. It's all for you. That's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.